Today, I'm exploring a place I've never been to, Governor's Island. It's right off the coast of Lower Manhattan and Brooklyn, but I had to take a special ferry to get here. The ferry ride itself, very short. Took only about 5 minutes, was no problem. There's a lot of history here. Originally, this island belonged to the military. It was used as a defensive sort of spot during wartime. It later served as an installation for the Coast Guard up until about 1996, I believe. Today, it's really just one big park area with historic buildings and structures. There's a good amount of stuff to see here, and compared to Manhattan, this should be a pretty fun, nice escape for a day. My overall plan today is to see as much stuff as I can, so let's get exploring. Just stumbled across Fort J, super old. Construction started in 1794. I mean, in Europe, that's not that old, but in the United States, that's pretty old. It's really cool looking. There's a sort of defensive moat all around the perimeter of the fort. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be open today. That's one of the negatives of coming on a weekday, and plus it does seem to be under renovation of some sort, but still pretty cool to see from the outside. So I'm on one of the parade grounds now. I can't believe this is still in New York City. I can't believe it's only 5 minutes away from Lower Manhattan. This is crazy looking, but beautiful landscapes and vistas here. This is a really stunning area. Just look how pleasant these homes are. No one lives in them today, but I still can't believe I'm in New York City. This is a really unique place. So it looks like these old homes do actually have things in them. Unfortunately, it seems like most of them are closed. They seem to only be open on the weekends. It's one of the real negatives of coming to Governor's Island on a weekday. While there are certainly less people, a lot's closed. But at the same time, there's still plenty to see, and I'm already having a great time. This is such a wonderful sight. Wide open space in New York City. Not something I see very often at all. Super pleasant, super peaceful out. There's pretty much hardly anyone here except that person, but wonderful, wonderful atmosphere here. Now, if I needed any reminder of what city I'm in, there's an epic Lower Manhattan skyline view here. There are definitely a lot of peaceful, quiet, charming nature sounds, but it seems like every damn minute there's a helicopter that flies overhead, reminding me that I'm still in New York City. No place is perfect. While these buildings are really old and beautiful, the fact that no one lives on this island, I could see this becoming a really creepy place at night. It'd be pretty neat to experience. This is something I wasn't expecting to find. It's a theater. Apparently they had plays and movies here when people used to live on the island. Surprising, but I mean, you know, you need your entertainment somehow. This is pretty cool that it's still standing. Okay, I think I'm ready for lunch now. I'm heading towards the sort of food area where most of the island's restaurants are. Let's see what looks good. Now, there's not a lot in terms of food options, at least in this area and at least on weekdays. But I went to the pretty much only restaurant, Little Eva's. I got a Cuban sandwich. You know, I think I've had better deals for $10, but you know, I'm not here for a culinary experience. Today is all about exploration, nature, and getting a break from the city-like environment of Manhattan. This isn't very big. It's basically like slider size, and this bun isn't holding up very well with the juiciness of the pork. The only thing that matters is how it tastes. You know, it's not bad. The pork's actually pretty good. It's a small sandwich. I mean, it's not the greatest, but the pork, that's solid. I mean, it's certainly overpriced, but it's not a bad sandwich. Yeah, I've had worse. You don't know how thankful I am that one of the restaurants that's open is a coffee shop. All right, so I got a hot coffee. Now, the sun is bearing down on me. It's like 86 degrees, it's pretty hot. I'm probably one of the only people who bought hot coffee there today, but I just love coffee. I don't care what form it comes in. I need it, I want it, and it tastes good. So while I'm sipping on my coffee, I'm gonna be exploring this beautiful manicured garden-like area. There seems to be a lot of flowers and plants, and it looks like a great place for a walk. This is such a beautiful trail. It's lined with all these wonderful wild yellow flowers. It is a really cool sight. I don't know why the hell it's taken me so long to get to Governor's Island. This is a really great place. Talk about relaxing. I just found some hammocks. Yeah, Governor's Island is such a relaxing place. It's like the perfect place to hang out, to chill, to relax, to get away from the hustle and bustle of Manhattan. I'm really having a good time here, especially in this hammock. But I'm not the type of traveler who likes to lounge around. It is time to get back to my exploration of Governor's Island. Oh wow, I'd be so excited if I could see a sheep. So I just emerged from that garden and I was treated to this wonderful view of the Statue of Liberty. Now I think there's a way to get closer. There's a sort of a hill here where it's the highest, well, one of the highest points on the island at least. So hopefully I can get a good view there. That's where I'm heading to now. I have made it to the highest point on the island and I'm treated with this wonderful view. I can see the Statue of Liberty, Lower Manhattan, Staten Island, Brooklyn, Jersey City. This is a great spot. I think over there are the glamping tents, you know, for like camping for people who don't really want to get dirty. They look kind of neat. You know, I was kind of questioning if it was a good idea to actually come to Governor's Island on a weekday with so much stuff closed, but right now, I think I made a great decision because there's hardly anyone here. This whole area feels like it's mine. It feels like all NYC right now is mine, and it feels so good. It feels so good to be out here. All this space to relax and just get a breath of fresh air. Made it down here to the waterfront of the island. The plan now is to walk the circumference of the island and see what I see. Oh wow, these camping tents look really nice. I am so curious as to how much one of those costs per night. Considering this is New York City, I'm sure it's probably not cheap. And these units are even better. I mean, it's like a little mini house. Behind me is another cool spot, Castle Williams. Unfortunately not open today. It'll have to be for next time though. But really neat, it's a really old fortress. It looks pretty cool from the outside. I'm sure inside it's pretty neat, but yeah, next time. And speaking of next time, it is time for me to start heading home. I had such an enjoyable day here at Governor's Island. It truly is a unique and special place in NYC. It's like the place in NYC that you go to escape from NYC, but you're still in NYC. It's really refreshing coming here. And the fact that it's only a 5-minute ferry ride from Lower Manhattan, that's really nice. Today was such a great day at Governor's Island. and I will certainly be back.